so you can kind of see. I'm sitting in this deadfall. There's a big ridge that goes up here. Ditch right here. You can kind of see it right there. Just on the other side of that, there's some nice trails. So we're attempting to catch them. Since I'm guessing they're not moving till after dark. Catch them going from their bedding back on these ridges and thick stuff out to egg fields and pasture. Lots of trails going this way. I kind of feel like it's we're not going to see a lot of deer kind of place, but if you do, it might be a big one. Of course, I get right down to where I want to go, and there's a stand. 100 yards, 75 yards away, which wasn't there. At least first couple weeks of November. So we got an hour and a few minutes, so anytime. Alright, I think my hand's healed up enough to actually use the muzzleloader. Alright, you can stay right there. That's a good spot.
Sit on me. Sit on me.
Sit on you? You're crazy.
Huh? Huh? No. Don't let it on you. Me.
Alright. I'm going out hunting tonight. My hand's been feeling a lot better the last couple days, so I'm actually going to go sight in my muzzleloader first and be using that tonight. So my range just got another 100 yards added to it. That doesn't do me any good if I don't see any deer, so 2 sits so far this year, no deer sightings. Got the gun sighted in, put 3 shots in about a 2.5, 3-inch group. I tried, it's right on, spot on. I'd rather have it about 2-3 inches high at 100, but I don't have time to mess with it today. This is actually where I've seen the most action. Sorry, this road's bumpy. Where I've seen the most action in late season before. I didn't hunt here last year because I hunted shotgun. The year before that was really warm and I just had a terrible year. So 3 years ago I saw an incredible amount of deer here, several times, like 30 or 40. I mean, it's hard to tell because sure there were some doubles and triples in there, but very conservative 25 deer almost every night that I went out. Several nights I saw 4 or 5 bucks. I think one night I saw 7 different bucks. But I saw one real close to shooter. I ended up letting him walk. Probably would shoot him tonight if a comparable buck came out. So I didn't see any big ones in there, but there's a ton of deer, or there was. And it's nice and cold this year. There's kind of a creek there that they have to cross, so I feel like if it's not froze, you don't see as many deer. Anyways, I feel like my GoPro is gonna have a hard time keeping battery tonight, but we'll try to bring you the action. The weather really cooled off when the sun went overcast, behind the clouds, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know if I brought enough clothes. Just wearing rubber boots. I bet you my feet get real cold tonight. I did bring the big wool jackets. I think I'll be good torso wise. And I brought about 4 pairs of gloves because I don't want my nubbin getting cold. Looked like the parking lot got tore up during shotgun season, but we're 6 days out from that now, so hopefully that doesn't become a problem. Or hopefully they're back in here, I guess. Anywho, it's gonna be a beautiful night as long as I stay warm. Wind's not amazing, but it'll be okay. I'm the only car parked out here. Should be good. Alright, I'll see you at the spot. Probably not going to be the greatest audio. I had to take my mic off so that I could use an external charger. This is what we got though. So I'm hunting this edge of this lake. This is the first spot where they can cross right here. So they come out here, here. I have 3 shooting windows right there. And sometimes they come from over here, just coming across up, kind of up the gut. So that's what we got. But the year before, trail cam pictures of probably 4 different shooters during a rut, but they were like just barely shooters, nothing awesome. However, 2 years ago, let's see, right by this tree, I found a dead buck that was a really big 8-pointer, probably the biggest 8-point I've ever seen. Like a wild one or found. I'll show you a picture of that. I'll show you that buck that I found. Really not a bad buck. Real nice G2s. It just takes one buck to come out for it to be a magical night. Really? Just finished saying how it takes one buck to come out to be magical. Who knows, maybe it'll get them on their feet. I don't know what that moron was doing, but I could hear the bullets ricocheting, and I could hear him coming through the trees on this hillside. Didn't quite sound like anything was going over me, but it was making me pretty uncomfortable, so I found this only tree. It's like the only big tree out here, and I got my back between, or the tree between me and him. I can actually see better out here. My GoPro's still back at my pack. There are deer here. Look at these trails. Trail. 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 Just not tonight. It only takes one deer to make it a magical night. And it was not a magical night. So that's 3 hunts, 4 if you include my brother, without really seeing a deer. That's including jumping them going in and out, which is just ridiculous. And tonight the conditions were right. I don't know. I got more spots to try. They're obviously not in here right now. Catch you next time. As you're walking out on a day like today when all the snow fell, you can look for tracks. It's probably going to be hard to see. Right there. A rabbit went up that trail. No deer so far. Of course, I didn't cut a track the whole way, like 600 yards. Tracks here, here, here. There. I mean, it looks... well, like I can see the road from here. Looks like they must have been bedded up there. I mean, like... probably 4 deer. Came right down here. Tracks. One of them... oh, here's some good prints. Like, that ain't a bad track. Huh. Like 3-4 deer across here. This is right where I walked in at too. So at least 4 deer across. $50, $75 yards from the truck. Meanwhile, I'm hunting like 1,000 yards back in. Perfect. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. This is gonna be a long ride home.